I would like to introduce myself. My name is Ria Reshambari. I'm a professional model. And today, on behalf of Industry Live, I welcome you all to the first edition of the Beauty and Wellness India Convention 2021. While there have been deliberations about whether to go to a salon or not, whether to get that much awaited manicure done or not, one thing we are sure about was wellness. A silver lining amidst the pandemic was the growing impetus on not just fitness but a holistic approach to mental and physical well-being. On a lighter note, the most popular beverage last year has been, any guesses? Karha.
Yes, haldi doodh.
Yes. Yes. To talk more about wellness taking the center stage, I would like to invite Mr. Nikhil, who will be joining us in a while. He's the COO of Gold's Gym India. Nikhil's journey so far, from a person selling medicines to making the country fit by making Gold's Gym one of the leaders in India in the fitness industry, has been a fascinating one. This led him to travel to more than 150 cities globally and look at fitness as a way of life. Nikhil never thought that selling and opening gyms would culminate in his dream job. When he joined Gold's Gym as a franchising head for the northern region over 10 years back, and within 5 years, he was given the responsibility to handle pan-India franchising. In his role as franchising head, he has taken the brand to a whole new orbit, and in the last 5 years, under his leadership, India became the first and the only country outside USA to have more than 145 gyms with a footprint in 95 cities. Next, we have with us Ms. Pallavi Barman, Head Operating and Operations of HRX, born and brought up in Kolkata. Pallavi Barman is the Head Marketing and Operations at HRX, one of the most well-renowned sportswear brands. She started her journey with HRX 2 years ago, and ever since she has become a part of the HRX family. Pallavi dreams of turning HRX into a star-studded sprinkling on the billion lives in India and helping them become the better versions of themselves. Pallavi is the custodian of HRX and this responsibility entails managing partners and licensee relationships. She focuses on scouting for growth areas and establishing new categories for ensuring consistent brand visibility and a steady stream of revenues. Pallavi relates with the brand as she herself is a sport enthusiast and believes in having a healthy lifestyle. Apart from having a workaholic and overachiever, Pallavi, being dedicated to sports, is undertaking a course in physical training to become a certified physical trainer. Next, we have with us Ms. Ankita Shrivastava, international athlete and world record holder. She is a world record holder, international athlete, liver donor, entrepreneur, TEDx speaker, and the youngest to enter the 40 under 40 category in India AVGC ecosystem. As an international athlete, she has won 2 golds and 1 silver for India at the World Transplant Games by the Olympics Association. Her name is in the India Book of Records and has been awarded Women in Business, Excellence in Sports, National Sport Time Awards 2019, amongst many others. She is the brand ambassador of government campaigns of Sport Department, Women and Child Development, Health Department, Madhya Pradesh, Indian Women Network, and multiple private organizations. Next we have with us Ms. Shweta Shah, celebrity dietitian and nutritionist, an entrepreneur, a change maker, a dietitian, and a master curator of healthy and amazingly delicious delicacies. Shweta Shah dons several caps in her professional life. She is a firm believer in the therapeutic powers of the ancient science of Ayurveda and lives by the mantra of simple is honest, simple is powerful. Shweta has worked with some of the biggest celebrities from Deepika Padukone, Katrina Kaif, Rakul Preet to Sakshi Dhoni. and even sports biggies like Gautam Gambhir and Harbhajan Singh. Her venture, Eat Fit 24/7, is the amalgamation of the three N's she religiously believes in: nutrition, nature, and newness. To lead this discussion, I would now like to invite Mr. Mitesh Shah, the co-founder of Inflection Point Ventures. Mitesh is a finance expert with 15 plus years of experience in startup and angel investment. He spearheaded the finance department and played an active role in the strategic business management. He joined Ola as CFO in December 2013 and played a pivotal role in the evolution of one of the biggest startup stories in India. Then came Book My Show, where he spearheaded the finance department and played an active role in the strategic business management. With his vast experience in the startup world, Mitesh is now a mentor to many young entrepreneurs, guiding their startup journey apart from helping them with angel investment. Over to you, Mitesh.
Thank you so much, Ria, and thanks everyone for joining this. Wow, what an eminent panel we have today. I think I'm feeling overwhelmed to be the moderator for this session. Obviously, the topic and me doesn't go hand in hand. I'm being invited for a wellness sort of an event, and I'm glad that it's a Zoom call and it's not a in-person event. Otherwise, looking at the rest of my body, I don't think I would have been fit to kind of be moderator for this session. But yeah, taking advantage of this frame, let me just kind of pose questions to our panelists. So before I begin, I think this is something is very, very close to our heart at IPV. We are firm believer of this theme around wellness, which is not only physical wellness, but mental wellness as well. And we have done ourselves a lot of investment in this space into sports tech like Sportido, Fitso, Oga, and Tabono, which is a marathon property. Also on the wellness side, Wellcure, Fable, some of these leading health tech startup in the world. So we are wedded to this cause, and we are pretty excited as we look at founders who kind of bring about change in the public perception around that. So, and today, the kind of panel that we have would be really great to understand from them the rationale behind or the way they look at wellness for the overall country. I think enough is said about COVID and the post impact of COVID and all. So I'm not going to get into that cliche discussion, but wellness is generally which is going to be relevant to our lives, pre-COVID, post-COVID, with COVID, right? Whatever world we live in, I think wellness is something which is most important part of our. Give more time to our celebrity panel, starting with Ankita. Ankita, you have been there, done there. I think you kind of epitomizes the word wellness and physical fitness. What's your view around this? I mean, what's your message to the youngsters of today, where we ignore wellness and we believe that work is everything? How important is wellness in our daily lives?
So I think the most stupid thing that we can do is ignore it. And usually the youth is supposed to ignore it because till 40s you really don't care because you can take care of anything and you can eat everything. But I think COVID has been a great realization, and everybody has to really understand that it actually starts with your 20s. You have to take care. Anybody who's going to the gym is very positive that I'll go to the gym, I'll maintain a fit stature, and that will remain for the rest of my life. So that's the absolute myth it can be. So if you start one day, you have to believe me that you have to go throughout your life every day, 1 hour has to be your health, because that physical workout or mental workout will give you pace to take care of the rest of your day. So I think that's the least you can give to yourselves. And I think that's the least awareness that can be built amongst the youth, as well as everybody at any age has to take care of their health. And I'm sure that's the little contribution you should do to yourself.
And if I may add, how did this change came about in your own life? Tell the viewers something more about your journey as an elite athlete that you are today. Right? What different thing that you did, and when did the self-realization happen around wellness?
So frankly, in 2014, when I donated my liver to my mother, I suddenly realized that how important it is. And the only reason I could actually donate it to her was my youth, because I was young. My liver couldn't have been bad till then, and I couldn't have consumed as much alcohol to actually spoil it. So it was in the best of its state, and I was able to donate her my liver. But the fact was that as soon as I donated, that to donate, I had to gain 16 kgs in a month. And it has to be a healthy liver. So a fatty liver is very easy to grow. You can just have pizzas and burgers and get 16 kgs in a month. That's easy. Having a healthy liver and healthy 18 kgs takes a lot of effort. So I would eat and then vomit and then eat again. I had a lot of nutritionists who were helping me out, and that's how it was possible. But after the transplant, I lost those 16 kgs and I even lost another 10 kgs. And that's when it hit me that I am responsible for my health. I've done a great job. I've actually saved someone's life. But now it's up to me to save myself. And I was young enough to understand that. But now, for the past 6 years since then, never have I ever eaten out. I will go with friends and I will sit with my glass of water. And I cannot eat out because I fall sick. And I'm allergic to a lot of things. So I have to be very precautious about all those stuff. But it has built an awareness in my mind like no other. And I'm glad that I am taking care of my body in my 20s. So it will go a long while with me because I am doing it at the right time. And that's what I try and tell everybody else as well.
This is indeed inspiring. I have to come back to Ankita. Some great stories there. I'll move to Pallavi for a while. Pallavi, you there? Can you hear me? I think we lost her. All right. While I come back to Pallavi, Shweta,
Yes.
I think one thing which is, sorry if I may, but it's almost like fashionable to kind of consult a dietitian for your diet chart and all. But somebody who has been there right from the beginning and who have consulted so many celebrities, Bollywood actors, sportsmen and all. Tell me, there are a lot of myths which go around your diet practice and other things. We keep hearing all the time that do this, do that. There is one school of thought which says that, okay, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And then there is other which says that, okay, intermittent fasting is the best way to kind of live. So can you help kind of give your perspective around some of the wellness myths and bust them at the same time some good wellness practices? And how have you seen about this change being happening?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Loud and
Yeah.
clear.
Okay, perfect. See, it's a very good question that you're asking me because I believe that health is a journey rather than, it's not a destination that you have to reach to. So basically, it is very important that we. Am I clear? I can't see you all, guys. Actually.
No,
Yes, yes,
yeah. We
clear.
can see you as well as hear you. Please continue.
Okay, fine. So basically, what people believe is that we have to have high protein and less carbs and no fat. But basically, I believe that you have to go back to the roots. We need to follow our ancient intelligence rather than just the artificial intelligence. What I believe is because we have so many superfoods around us, our health chart should actually go up, but it's actually going down because every third person is suffering from diabetes, every fourth girl is suffering from PCOS. I call diabetes and PCOS more pandemic than a coronavirus. It's more dangerous. So the only thing that is going to help you is the thumb rule which I follow is to keep your gut always clean, because healthy gut with the right fuels is the only vehicle which will take you to a good health and good digestion things basically. And the myths are like you can't have coffee, you can't have tea, but frankly I give them coffee, I give them tea, but there are always certain antidotes that are attached to all the food that we are having, because if a food is a poison, it is also a medicine. Like coffee we consider according to our Ayurveda like a medicine, so we normally give elaichi in our coffee, and this is how people enjoy their beverage also. The second myth is also that you can't have non-veg when you are on a diet, or especially I'm talking about the sattvic diets and the Ayurvedic diets, which I believe that it's totally wrong. Where people come to us when everything else is failing, or when you are stuck with some diabetes or blood pressure or some cancer, and at that time obviously I have to stop their non-veg just to clean their gut and to set their gut tone. So that is the reason we stop your non-veg. But it's a myth. We definitely give you non-veg, but it's not that we give you all the days. We just give you 1 or 2 times a week, and this is what was followed initially also during the time of evolution. Aisa nahi tha ki people used to eat non-veg every day. It was just like hardly Saturdays and Sundays or during the festivals. But now the trend has completely changed, and people have started eating non-veg all 5 days, and there is only 1 or 2 vegetarian days. So am I clear again? I feel that
No,
I'm
no,
only talking to myself.
no. I'll give you feedback. You're
Am
very
I
very
there?
clear. Yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes.
can hear you well. I think now we lost Shweta. No, Shweta,
Now
you're
we
there. Please continue.
Hi, Mitesh.
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you, Shweta. Please
Okay,
continue.
fine. I don't know how much did you all hear, but the third
Till the
myth
end.
that
Yeah,
I'm going to talk about
we
is
heard the
the
entire.
ghee, that you can't have ghee, but that's the best source that we need to have right now, because ghee is just the carrier that helps you to absorb all your immunity, because we need fat to actually increase your immunity levels. So these are the few myths that I
Awesome.
want to share.
Thank you so much, Shweta, and lot to again learn from you as well.
Yeah.
Definitely will come. Right, this itself kind of warrants a full session, probably. Such an interesting topic. Do we have Pallavi now? I don't see Pallavi around. Uh, all right, maybe let me just get back to Ankita then. Ankita,
Yeah.
while a lot has been said about physical fitness, physical well-being, and looking after yourself or staying fit and all, for me, honestly, is I think fitness is as much as about mental well-being and having in the right frame of mind, as much as being in the physically good shape. Right? I've seen
Right.
people who are physically fit but mentally completely dull, and hence the output will not be there. So, as a sportsman, obviously, I think there is a lot of learning that you'll have throughout all the phases that you've been. Right, you've been a liver
Right.
donor yourself. You have put on 16 kg. You have shed 16 kg. You have performed at the highest level. What sort of what sort of mental training that you'll kind of go through, and how will you keep yourself mentally fit? Any advice to our viewers?
Yeah, so I have frankly experienced it in rituals. So a lot of times I have gone through this. Do you want to take her because she's coming and going? Do you want to take Pallavi first?
Yeah, Pallavi, you there?
Yes, Mitesh, I'm there. Managed
I
after
think
like the
there's some. Maybe
time.
Ankita, you can finish this since we've already asked the question. Maybe we finish this and then we go back to Pallavi.
Yes, so I think mental fitness is something that people don't talk about often, and is we are always shying away from it, and has been the most integral part because I am a sports player, as well as just going through a surgery as big as transplant. You tend to be on your knees because once you come out of the transplant, you realize what you've done, and once you're giving, every as a human being, everybody likes giving. That sense of you've helped somebody
Sure.
makes you feel good. So you want to do that transplant thing. Once that transplant is done, you eventually realize that you've screwed up a major bit of your body, and then you need all that mental strength to come up and save you. So there, as well as during these COVID times when you're hit at home, so everybody has to face the mental strength much more than the physical strength because that takes only an hour. Mental strength is actually a very regular process that has to go through 24 hours in your brain. So I think that's something everybody has to take care of. Yeah, I think we should switch to
Thank
Pallavi.
you. Now we have Pallavi. Pallavi, can you hear us?
I'm
Yeah.
there, and I hope you can hear me too.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Yes.
Now it's fine. Thank you, Pallavi. So great, Pallavi. I think viewers definitely are intrigued about what HRX is doing in this domain and how HRX is kind of contributing to this very important domain of wellness and fitness. And you personally also, going through your profile, you have been part of this for quite a long time. Have been at the helm of affairs, and personally a fitness freak. How do you look at this entire domain?
Uh, First of all, apologies, guys. I was in and out, and I'm terribly sorry if you see I've changed my place also just to figure my tutoring knowledge came handy. Somehow I fixed it in time. But coming back to the question very quickly, um, I think this was impending these times because we were taking nature very lightly. We were taking our body and wellness very, very lightly. To somewhere we had to get that a whip. So guys, get back. Um, I think it's all focus on how we treat ourselves. This is basically answering the fitness enthusiast part. Personally, being a fitness enthusiast, how do I see this? Um, I always think like how Kotler taught us the C's and the P's. There have S's, according to me. The way we shower and do a whole host of other things. Some movement on a daily basis and some soulful reading on a daily basis is definitely essential for the entire of the body and for general wellness. So it's about time that this pandemic taught us that. That's the way to go about it. Coming to what HRX is doing, well, we are at the forefront of this since the time we were incepted. But of course, we have been very, very active since the whole last year. Be in the fitness industry at this point in time. So very, very positive, purely from the industry standpoint, because our partner CureFit is going the complete digitization route, trying to egg on as many people as possible to join the digital workout movement, to introduce fitness regimes around dance, to make things engaging through digital platforms. We personally are doing a lot in terms of our apparel, fitness gear, category. A very, very exciting category is should be announced soon in a couple of months, which will aid everyone's fitness journey and help people. But aspect, but on the social forefront, we are focusing on all-rounded fitness for a lot of people. I mean, if you look at our social media channels and the kind of things that we do, we are beginning to reach the common man and their effort around fitness. The idea is to motivate people into get moving, not even get going anymore. It's just about getting people to start movement. So, and movement in both senses. Trying to start a movement, move, if I can put it like that. And I think that's where wellness begins. That's what is contributing to your wholesome mental well-being as well as physical well-being, and that is what is going to keep people going of time.
Awesome. Thanks, Pallavi. Shweta, coming back to you, right again, sticking to the topic of diet and exercise. What's the
I
ideal
lost you,
balance?
Mitesh. I can't hear you.
I can hear you. Am I audible?
Yep.
Now, yes, perfect.
All right. Shweta, so picking up again, I think a lot has been again argued about the balance between diet and exercise, right? So two questions to you: what's the ideal mix? 100% diet, zero exercise. Does it work, or it has to be right mix of both? And second, when you speak about diet, again taking back to my favorite topic of mental health, is there any correlation between the two when you speak about diet and that kind of impacting your mental health positively or negatively as well?
Okay. First of all, on your first question, we all know that exercise and diet goes hand in hand. So it is not only diet, only exercise. Everything has to go like 50-50%. So we have to do the exercise along with the diet. I continue. I assume that you all are hearing.
Yep.
Yeah. Please continue.
And the second question was, what did you ask me? Sorry.
Mental health. I mean, how does a
Yes,
diet
yes,
program falls
yes.
into mental well-being?
Yes, according to me, Mitesh, the gut is your second bacteria. I again and again I tell you, please keep your gut clean, because if you are constipated, it is not your, you will not be able to focus on your meetings, because it's not the brain that is working, it is the gut that is working. I always call brain and gut are like husbands and wife, and if your gut is not good, your brain is like a nagging wife, कि भाई husband को रहने नहीं दे, can say. So obviously the mental, if you are not keeping your gut clean, it all comes to your brain. So I feel nutrition is very important. It is good mental, if you want to have a good mental state. Mitesh?
Awesome. Very well said.
Can I add?
We heard you, Shweta. I think we heard you very well.
Yeah, you want me to repeat? Yeah, Ankita.
No, Pallavi wants to say something.
I just wanted to share like anecdotal evidence of what Shweta just said, how food, right eating habits and exercise go hand in hand. Personally, I always think it's a 70-30 kind of. If you want to have a good-looking body, you need to be 70 to 80% focused. And like Ritik always says in our business, abs are made in the kitchen, not really at the gyms. But just to add to what Shweta said about the correlation between mental health and gut, I feel, and I have often felt this, and when I say it, I'm sure people can resonate with it. There is something called alkalinity of your body and acidity of your body, right? When your body tends to be very, very acidic, it reflects on your temperament. The hot-headedness, the argumentative side of you, the irritable side of you, most of it comes to the forefront. To the litmus test, you will find your body to be on the acidic side for sure. I mean, it's a given. alkaline, the mind seems to be calmer, better decisions can be taken. So, an alkalized body goes a long way in sustaining a very good mental balance. I think now it's an established study that there is a very specific correlation between food and psychology. It's coming up as the next valid research area where you can establish connections between food and psychology in a very, very big way. So, absolutely, mental health, I think, is directly correlated to it, like
Sure.
this. But exercise and health all are like a triangle.
No, very well explained, Pallavi. And I'll like to continue with you, Pallavi. I mean, see, today, I think for the youth, it's about going digital. While COVID has been devastating in certain ways, but I think in terms of the overall digital revolution, it has been really kind of providing some great tailwinds. In the context of your business, you spoke about a bit, but can you elaborate on how the digital journey is kind of progressing and how you've seen things moving from physical to phygital to now digital?
See, for us, we were commerce only brand, right? The only touch point for us was at the CultFit gyms. By virtue of a partnership with CureFit, we had a physical deal only available at the cult gyms, and now that's going to. So for us, we didn't have to take a plunge into digital. We were pretty much digital. That the way we would connect with our consumers, the way we would sort of hear them out, the way we on being a homegrown brand, we actually taken a lot of feedback digitally from consumers and tailor make offerings, which is not something that an MNC can do, right? If you understand the shape of a human body, let's say a female body in India, if we have to tailor the form, we can do it, right? That's and the advantage we have derived by being a digital brand right from the beginning. But now, of course, it's a rapid progression in that direction because all the communication is digital. We have more advancements for sure. For example, our social media and digital marketing strategy has taken a complete turn. We're using something called crowdsourcing. It's very, very big. I mean, it's just an example that I'm quoting of how digitized we have become. Like our communication is crowdsourced today.
Sure.
I'm not
Right.
shooting videos. I'm not shooting with influencers. I'm shooting with real people, real consumers, crowdsourced content. Creating communication, crowdsourced content. Now that is a very already got a very strong example of digitization that's already happening. Apparel, footwear, all the things which you need to sort of aid you in the fitness journey is available digitally. And we have created the fitting mechanism and all of that by virtue of which our returns have reduced. Cult, do-it-yourself workout routines, nutrition, all of that is being captured in a blog and is available on the CureFit app for people to absorb. Now, the next step for us is basically integration of AI and VR, right? A virtual assistant guiding you and telling you what to do, how to correct your form, because that is what is amiss today. You may be working out looking at a video, but what you don't know is whether your form is right or not, how much are you burning, how intense do you need to go. And that is what we are getting into slowly. That progression will be heard of from HRX. That announcement will be through somewhere in the middle of 21. So I think that's been our journey in the last 6 years, very, very rapidly progressing towards artificial intelligence and virtual assistants and guidance.
Awesome. No, I think I can definitely second that. I think a lot is happening on the digital front. And when can I meet HRX and talk about a fundraising discussion if you're getting into all of this?
I'm telling you.
Sure. Okay, getting back to Ankita now. Ankita, how's sports witnessing this? People have always been saying that when compared with global standards, I think at India, in terms of the sports infrastructure, we are lacking behind. Do you really feel so, or you see a change over there with some of these digital initiatives working out and the fitness standards, the training standards have been improving? And where do you see the impact of technology coming in over there?
So I have to agree. It will be really false if I don't. So there is a marginal gap between what's happening outside. And when the games held at Newcastle, had 59 countries coming in. And I wouldn't shy away to say that 25 were better than us because of just the equipments, just the nutrition they were given, the health they had, and the number of people who were supporting the team. And we were just 14 members team with one coach So there is a huge gap in the sports fraternity. There's lots to happen. What we've seen HRX and Kite doing is something that's incredible, and that's what was needed. That's what the youth also demands at the moment. And I don't think it's just sports; it's for anybody who's a layman also is looking forward to something like Cult. And everybody is so aware at this moment. I do not know a generation who was so aware about their health and fitness than this one. So I think long way to go, and technology is the only way. In fact, in our state, we've digitalized the entire equipment
Wow.
space, as well as in this pandemic, we only made a mental health center because everybody is focusing on the physical part of it. Nobody notices that there's a Virat Kohli, and there's a million more who want to become Virat Kohli who do not turn up the next day at the field, or they have a bad day. And they go into depression, they go into positions where for years they are just coming out of it.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we're trying to create. So there's more space for psychologists, for therapists, and for technology coming in. So that's the next thing. That's the future. That's what everybody is investing in. Long way to go, but I think that's everybody's understood it. That's the good part because
Yeah,
there's
the
awareness.
realization has happened.
Yeah, the realization is there, the awareness is there, the equipments that have come to states like Madhya Pradesh as well. And in fact, just understanding a mental health center for the sports fraternity, that I think is an incredible idea, and nobody focuses on that. So we just had a statistics which said that 73% of children who come to the sports field in the morning are on WhatsApp till 4 a.m. So what do you do about that youth, and how will they perform? So basically, more than their physical health, you have to take care of their mental health as well. So yeah, we're getting there. Long way to go.
Very well said, Ankita. I must say, very well said. I think sums up everything really well. Shweta, back to you. And I think picking up from where Ankita left it, where do you see this problem getting solved? How is technology kind of helping, putting up the right diet charts for the public in general, or for the elite sportsmen like Ankita and others, who are really going to take India to the global map? So two things: how is technology kind of changing it, and second, where are we in terms of the global standards? How do you see this revolution happening in India, where people are more diet conscious and go about in a scientific way about the diet? Shweta, did you hear me? Shweta, are you there?
Technology is failing all of us.
Technology is failing. Yeah, that's what I always say. We always claim about having 100 unicorns and all the money flowing into tech company. The basic problem is connectivity with all these things.
And the big not even
Yeah.
connected.
Shweta, are you there? Can you hear us, Shweta? I think she can't hear us. Ria, do we have Nikhil?
I think Mitesh, you have us. We can't hear you, Ria.
And now even we can't hear Ria. Great. Ria can't hear you. Shweta, trying my
Yeah,
luck
hi.
again with you. Oh yeah,
Yes.
finally we can hear you.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. No, so what I intended to ask you, Shweta, was that I'm not
I,
sure if you heard Ankita.
Tejshri, I just lost you.
Am I audible now?
Can you speak?
I think there is some issue at your end. I believe Ankita and Pallavi can hear me.
Yes.
I can.
Okay. What should I do?
Shweta, now?
We can hear you now. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, we can hear her. She can't hear us. All right, Ria, are you there? Ria, you're on mute. Yeah. All right, I think that's about it. We are 5:45. So before I open the forum for question answer from audience, Pallavi, any closing remarks from you? Both Pallavi and Ankita?
Um, I think the only thing that I want to say is we're definitely as a nation The only thing that we need is self-motivation, self-discipline, and a lot of education. I mean, if you just go by, I think you were trying to ask Shweta about the proper listing of diet plans and all of that. Um, there is a lot available out in the world of internet,
Correct.
and people kind of end up following a lot of things which probably are not applicable either to our climate or to the way our bodies are, the way we are as and just a very very short way of understanding how one can themselves to party to businesses such as helm, if they can kind of come together and help people in understanding, it'll really iron out a lot of issues. People always apps for multiple things. There's no one universal app. If you end up talking about a support system, there is no one backbone app which kind of gives you everything around wellness today. There may be something which talking about nutrition gives you. So I think as leaders and as being sort of businesses being led by fitness, it's and help people in their journey towards fitness and wellness. That'll be a big one, a big winner for our country.
Cool. Ankita, I will kind of try and merge your closing remarks with one question that we have from the audience, is that what's the way forward for the wellness industry here on?
So, last 1 year we've spent gargling and making our throat geysers. So, I think we all understand the importance of basics. So, basics got to be right. There has to be a lot of awareness, and I think no better way to aware people that no, health is the only way. Everybody else who cannot keep up to the system is going to die or be in the hospital. So, we gotta understand the importance of it. And I think the wellness industry is the most magnanimously, I think everybody understands the future it has.
True.
The awareness people have, nobody has awareness about technology or anything else for that matter as much as it's wellness and health. And everybody understands depression way more than they used to in any other decade. So I think a lot of awareness is there. The business is going to go miles and bounds because everybody is ready to invest towards their health. And the part that will sell is that, as Pallavi was saying, that we have to be motivated. So we can't be motivated as a child. We used to have our mothers with a hunter behind us. When we grow up, we need somebody. Personal trainers was a topic that was being considered. So you always need somebody who's behind your back, pushing you to go to the gym or be at peace, don't shout. So mental, physical, I think we need somebody, and that comes up with apps or personal trainers or the gym, and you're always looking for support. So that's big boom for the wellness industry because long way to go because we can't do it alone. We are such dependent human beings that you leave it on us and we'll be Netflixing all day and night. So I think anybody who wants to change their industry should go to the wellness industry now.
Absolutely well said. Thank you so much. Shweta, am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. So I was just asking you a question, and maybe you can take it with your closing remark. How are we faring in terms of the comparison with the global diet standards? Are we reaching up there? Is the awareness building up, like Ankita said it is, right? And how do you think that we can contribute to this?
Mitesh, I believe that I don't want to actually encourage people to go towards the international standards, but definitely be rooted, follow your ancient intelligence along with your artificial intelligence. But just be rooted and just follow your dadi ma ke nuskes and what your mother, father used to, follow because they were much more healthier than what we are, even if we are surrounded by so many of the good things around us. So that be rooted. Don't follow the crowd. Don't follow what the international diets are and the so-called fad diets basically.
I think very well said, and probably that's the answer to the next question also, where somebody's asking, is tech going to overrule?
Mitesh.
Yeah, I think.
I can hear you, Mitesh. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm saying.
Yeah, I think
that,
I could hear
Ankita,
you all.
was I audible?
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
you
yes.
were.
Yes, you
You were.
were.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that was the answer probably to the last question
Is he
as well.
asking me
When
anything?
somebody
I
asked
can't
that,
hear him.
yeah, I think there is a problem at your end. Ankita and the rest of the guys can hear me, I guess.
Yep.
You're
Okay.
audible.
Yes. So with this, I think I will end this session. Some very intriguing remarks, some very intriguing discoveries, and I think the topic is so vast that we can continue forever. But I think one clear thing which is emerging out of this is that you stay close to your basics, stay close to your roots. While there is a lot of digital revolution happening, and we should take advantage of it. But I think the real fitness is what lies within. How do you motivate yourself, and how do you keep yourself mentally as well as physically fit? So with that, I hand it over back to Ria. Ria, hope you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. I hope you guys can hear me as well.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
now.
Oh,
Perfect.
superb. Superb. Honestly, this was one of the most interesting and inspiring sessions. So thank you everyone for being a part of this. Thank you, dear speakers. Thank you, Mr. Shah. With this, we come to the conclusion of the Enriching Beauty and Wellness India Conference
Can't hear them.
2021. We shared multiple
Can't see
enlightening
them
industry
also.
viewpoints through the day. We can say that the virus does not seem to be going away anytime soon. We are forced into a state of transformation wherein innovating seems to be the only way forward. I hope you all enjoyed the session today and we look forward to your continued support.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.